He was in severe critical condition for so long. Worst case scenario, he could have been blind. Hi guys, welcome back to the House of Hughes and welcome back to another video. It is a Monday morning when I'm filming this, and Hunter and I actually vlogged a little bit over the weekend. We didn't do a full vlog, but I got some really cute clips that I want to insert into today's video. Blakely got like this cute, adorable little new bike, and we also went to the store and got her a ton of new toys just because she's kind of outgrowing the toys that we have now, and it's getting more and more difficult for her to stay interested. So I wanted to get her some toys that were just a little bit more appropriate. The footage is so cute, so I'm gonna go ahead and insert that for you. But before I do that, today's video is going to be about Beckham primarily. Of course, if you are here, it is more than likely that you know that Beckham spent a lot of time in the Nicu when he was born. We didn't get to bring him home from the Nicu until he was 105 days old, so he stayed in the Nicu for about 3.5 months. Obviously, there were repercussions of the Nicu that are very obvious that I've talked a ton about on my channel, like his spastic cerebral palsy, but there are a lot of little things that happened because Beckham was in the Nicu for so long that I want to talk to you guys about today. I wish so badly that I had started my channel before I had Beckham so that I could have like documented the process in real time, but I didn't. However, I do think a lot of you are still really interested in that time period of our lives. So today I am going to be sharing with you guys some of the long-lasting effects that being in the NICU have had on Beckham. It is really interesting since he's a baby. It's obviously different than if an adult goes through trauma, but I'm gonna be going over all of those things with you guys today, which I think will be really interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert that cute footage that we took over the weekend, and then we will chat about the NICU. Blakely is going to be so stoked. We got her a little balance bike, and I want to say thank you so much to eLittle for sponsoring a portion of today's video. Blakely is going to be obsessed with this. Like, she's just at that age where I think she'll totally understand how to ride a balance bike. We got her one for Christmas last year, and it's been sitting in our basement since because she was just like too tiny at the time, but now she's like so ready for it. As you can see, she's like obsessed with pushing things, and she's obsessed with chairs, and this is like a combination of both. I'm gonna have Hunter put this together for her, and then we're gonna take her outside in the driveway and let her like ride around on it. Well, Hunter puts the bike together behind me because you guys know that I could never, but Hunter is amazing with things like that. So I'm letting him put it together for Blakely, and he said it's actually like really easy and straightforward, as you guys can tell. But I wanna tell you a couple things about this bike because it is specifically made for kids, and it helps with balance and coordination, and it can even go as far as helping correct children's walking posture, which is perfect for kids Blakely's age. And yes, she's right there behind me on a bar stool. It also has comfortable inflatable tires that are shock absorbent, and it's suitable for all terrains, so you can really ride this bike like indoors. You guys know we have laminate flooring, but we can also take it out like in the driveway, on pavement, etc. That will be fun because we are going to St. George, and we should definitely take this with us because I think Blakely would have such a blast. It's super lightweight, so obviously Blakely's a little bit too small to carry it, but if your kids are just a little bit older, then they'd easily be able to carry it around with them. It also has an adjustable seat, so it's really customizable to your child, their height, and what they would specifically need. So I just know that Blakely's gonna be obsessed with this, so I cannot wait to see her on it. So let's go ahead and take her outside and see how she does.
Just so you guys are aware with how easy this was, I put the hole through this orange piece and connected to this wheel and then put a screw in.
Perfect. And these handlebars, they rotate 360 degrees. So that's cool.
I think I do too. Let's go.
Sissy, are you excited? She's already so interested. Okay, that was so freaking cute. She looked so big on the bike. She literally looked so big. like a little toddler. It was so adorable. If you guys are looking for a balance bike for your kids, I'm just gonna be straight up. This was like way better than the one that I ordered off of Amazon. I would highly, oh, that's so cute. I would highly recommend. She's like obsessed. And I'm also gonna let her ride it in the house, and I think that will be really fun for her. But they were kind enough to give me a link. So I will go ahead and put that in the description box below for you guys. And thank you so much again to E-Little for sponsoring a portion of today's video.
Okay, in case you guys didn't know, we went and got Blakely toys, and I'm just freaking excited. Looking at captions already. Put it here.
Are you excited for the stroller, Blakely?
Oops, thanks, baby girl. Can you put it in the trash?
Trash.
Trash.
Good girl.
Trash. Good job.
Good job, Sissy. Is that a baby? Sissy, is that a baby? Oh.
Oh my gosh.
She's like saying thank you.
That's yours too, don't worry.
She's not gonna be able to hold them all at once.
I can hold that.
Oh, she can't decide.
Gotta take care of the baby.
Baby.
Here, baby. I got you. Come here. No, don't worry. I won't hurt you. No, it's okay. Here you go. Want to see your baby?
Good job.
Oh yeah, we need to fasten.
We need to fasten it, huh? So she's safe. Whoa, girl! Ah!
Oh, she fell down a little. Yeah.
Blakely's so maternal.
There we go. She kind of slid down.
Oh, wow. Falling. Good job. Good girl. Wow, look how smart she is. She needed to flip it over. Good job. I bet she would love this in the car.
Oh yeah.
She's so cute. Good job, baby.
So we're gonna get some footage for you guys because we are going to St. George in about a month's time.
I'm so excited.
And we need to find a way to get those TVs
Oh yeah.
in your
okay.
car.
We
So,
want to put TVs on like the back headrest.
yeah, so if you guys have recommendations, please comment below and let us know what type of TV, because the Hyundai didn't have the option to upgrade, to buy TVs installed, so we need to like go to Best Buy or something and have them installed or install them ourselves. We're not sure which ones to get, but we know that Beckham's gonna love Spark Abilities and that Blakely usually kind of gets fussy in the car after an hour, but with some TV that'll help her and then some toys to keep her stimulated and stuff. So if you guys have a recommendation, please comment below.
Hunter verbatim just goes, "This is so fun. We have to buy toys more often." Wow, Sissy!
Oh, oh, jeez.
Wow,
Beckham's gonna like this
princess!
toy too, I think.
I know. Blakely, can you give that to Beckham? Sissy, can you give it to Beckham?
I've never seen her do that. Blake, can you give it to Beckham?
She's so nice. Good job, Angel.
Give it to.
Oh, good job,
I just
Sissy.
want you guys to know, brand new toy. She's had that. You saw how long she's had that. She is so sweet on Beckham. She really is. Anytime we tell her to give something to Beckham, actually all the time during, when was it? During Rachel's surgery. No, sorry, Beckham's surgery. When he had his G-tube attached and he had to be in his high chair like all day, she would just bring him toys. I know you guys saw it. If any of you have been following us for a while, you saw our videos where she would constantly bring him toys. But it's just so cute how sweet she is.
I know, she's adorable. She's so good at sharing.
She put a penguin in it.
Good job, sis. She's strolling around the penguin. We got our morning breakfast. I have never had this meal without sharing it with Blakely.
Yeah, Rachel got Blakely's morning breakfast.
Yeah, it's literally so cute. She eats breakfast with me every single day. Honestly, I love it. I think it's so sweet. Oh,
My favorite thing is when watching it, Rachel will take like 3 bites in a row and Blakely will get upset.
Why?
Oh. Yeah? Oh. Can I have a kiss? Oh. Blakely, can I have a kiss? I know you can hear me. Give mommy a kissy.
Blakely, say no comprendo.
Kiss.
She went in for another bite. He loved the sound of that. Was that so funny? Was that so funny?
Oh my goodness, you guys look. I got Blakely's hair into a little high ponytail. She looks so cute. I've never been happier. I just uploaded a video today because you guys know that I upload a video every day at noon, or at least every weekday. And in this particular video, we're like taste testing those big giant cookies. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to go watch that video. I'll link it up here. But a lot of you are telling us that we should totally do food reviews more. And I cannot tell you how much Hunter and I want to do that. Like I literally was like begging you guys in that video to request food reviews because Hunter and I love to eat. It's like one of the things that bonds us is how much we love food. So I'm just like living for this comment section right now. Like, yes, we will do more food reviews. I feel like we're also good taste testers. Like I will tell you what's up. Like I will tell you if something is actually worth it. Back to business. Let's chat a little bit about the NICU and some of the ways that it has affected Beckham as he's become a toddler. I don't really want to dive into like his spastic cerebral palsy specifically because I have so many videos on that specifically and we can chat more about that another time. But I want to talk about the things that I haven't talked to you guys about a ton. This first one is kind of more so like a theory, but I'm pretty sure it's correct and doctors do agree with me. And I'm curious if you had a NICU baby. I want you to comment below and tell me if you noticed this as well. But Beckham has an abnormally high pain tolerance. He had so many shots, so many IVs. He was so uncomfortable in the NICU. His NICU nurses were literally amazing. We are so grateful for the NICU, but there was obviously only so much that they could do in terms of like comfort support because obviously our main priority was keeping him alive. So I've noticed that when he gets vaccines or when he gets shots, anything like that, he just has a really high pain tolerance. Beckham will rarely tell me if something's uncomfortable, and if he does tell me that something is uncomfortable, he's typically endured it for quite some time. It has gotten a little bit better, and when I say better, like his pain tolerance has gone down a little bit as he's gotten older, which I appreciate. Like, I don't want him to not tell me if something's bothering him, because when he was really little, it would kind of like stress me out, because with Blakely, like if she's irritated by one little thing, she is letting me know. That's helpful for me as a mom, and with Beckham being nonverbal, I really need him to like communicate the best that he can if he's uncomfortable so that I can fix it. For example, Hunter and I went to this walking trail. It's the walking trail that we've done like multiple failed vlogs on. It's honestly so funny. Oh, the memories. But we go to this walking trail and we were literally on a walk with just Beckham. This was before Blakely was born, for like 2 hours. And I had applied sunscreen all over Beckham. And I don't know how, but somehow the sunscreen had gotten like underneath Beckham or like in his chair, the full-blown bottle of sunscreen. My precious little baby is literally laying in his stroller on a sunscreen bottle for 2 hours, doesn't say a word. Nothing, doesn't move, doesn't act uncomfortable, doesn't make a face. That's just a good example of how tolerant he is of being uncomfortable, and it's so sad. And I'm so glad that he started to complain a little bit more now when he dislikes something, because it's just a form of communication. And I definitely believe that that's because he got used to being so uncomfortable for the first, 3 to 4 months of his life. And his doctors do agree with me. It's so interesting because you never really like think about those things. Like when we were in the NICU, I never thought to myself like, oh, he'll barely be phased by like a shot because he gets so many. When he was little, that was so true. Like he literally didn't even cry when he got vaccines when he was super little, but now he does, which I'm glad. Like I want him to tell me if it hurts, you know what I mean? The next thing, I don't know if I've actually like talked to you guys about this in detail, but most of you know that Beckham had cross-eyed vision when he came home from the NICU. He had a surgery to fix this, and the surgery has been super successful. They did tell us that it's a muscle that actually like holds your eyes straight, and those muscles were actually damaged because Beckham was on oxygen for so long in the NICU. So once again, of course, we would prioritize breathing over having cross-eyed vision or eyesight. However, that is the actual reason that those muscles are damaged, is one, because of oxygen, but two, also because of his brain bleed. So it was because of both, which is like really, really interesting. I am so grateful though, because sometimes when you are intubated for as long as Beckham was, you can actually have such severe side effects when it comes to your eyes. Like worst case scenario, he could have been blind. And so I am incredibly grateful that he doesn't even need glasses. That is literally a miracle. I cannot believe he doesn't need glasses. He, in terms of eyesight, has like perfect vision. It's really more so just the crossing of the eyes and like those weak muscles that are damaged that go from like the sides of his eyes down to the back of his brain. And because of where his brain is disintegrated a little bit, his brain has trouble holding those muscles in place. That's as much as I understand. Sometimes when I'm telling you guys things, you have to remember, like, I'm not a doctor, I'm just his mom, and I'm just repeating things that I've learned along the way. Like, I'm always in the process of learning and trying to understand what he's experiencing and what his life is like more, and like why things happen the way that they did. So if I ever say something that is like incorrect, I'm really sorry, and it's totally done out of innocence, okay? I'm not claiming to know anything more than what doctors have told me. The next thing is something that happens to babies that are not in the NICU. It is actually relatively common, but he had torticollis as a little baby. You guys would have died if I had filmed Beckham as a little baby. He was so stinking cute. I've just like gotta find all the videos and pictures that I took and like create a whole video on like Beckham's life. That would be like the cutest video ever. So anyways, with the torticollis, that basically meant that his neck was tight and stuck in like one position. So we had to stretch out, I think it's a muscle, I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. But we had to stretch out that muscle so that he was able to like fully turn his head in both directions. And that was like the easiest fix. We just had to do little stretches with him. And like I said, sometimes that does happen with babies that are not in the NICU. But Beckham specifically was because he was in the NICU and laying in the bed and like facing one direction the entire time. And I just feel the need to keep saying like, this is in no way the NICU's fault. Obviously, they did everything they could to keep him alive. You have to remember that Beckham was like a severe case. He was in severe critical condition for so long. I was not concerned about which direction he was looking, and neither were the nurses, and like, thank goodness. I needed them to be concerned about way bigger things. But on that same note, Beckham also had a little helmet when he was little because his head was flat, because he laid on his head for 4 months. He couldn't do any tummy time. We held him as much as we could, but it was pretty inevitable that he was gonna get a flat head. And like, when I say it was flat, it was flat. He had a really flat head. He was so cute as heck. But he had a very flat head, and the helmet fixed it so much. And just as he like got hair, it like fixed it a lot. But it was bad. Like, it was so flat on one side. I was so grateful when he got the helmet, even though it was incredibly expensive and incredibly inconvenient. It is amazing that we have access to things like that. That is definitely something that I've learned in the process of being a special needs mom. It is so crazy how every time I feel really anxious or concerned or heavy about something in the future, I come to realize, oh my goodness, they have something for that. They have something that's gonna make it easier to manage that. And I'm super grateful. So I'm so glad that he was able to get a helmet because it drastically changed the shape of his head for the better. He also looked so freaking cute. I can't even tell you how adorable he looked. He looked like a little football player. I was obsessed. The downside was like when we cuddled, we had a helmet in the way, and that was like the worst. I'm trying to think of how long he was in the helmet for. I want to say like 8 months. He needed 2 because his was severe. When has Beckham ever not been severe? And that's okay, but you know, my little man, I'm like, it's okay. You guys don't have to tell me if it's mild, moderate, or severe. I already know. But I was so excited when he graduated from that helmet. The last thing is, I haven't talked about this much because there actually were not repercussions of this, but Beckham came home from the NICU on oxygen, which I think most of you know. He was diagnosed with a lung disease called BPD. I don't know much about it because we actually have not had lasting consequences or side effects from it. It took Beckham so long to wean off of oxygen. He didn't wean off until we were actually already home from the NICU. You have to get on what's called low flow in order to come home on oxygen. So I was like freaking stoked when we got to low flow because I was just like, how do I get this baby home with me? But we got home on September 25th of 2019 and he was off oxygen by Halloween that year. However, we have to follow up with a pulmonologist, I want to say. Oh, I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say it, but it's basically like a lung doctor because he has that condition of BPD, and his lungs have been perfect since. We've never had to use like an inhaler. He's never struggled with breathing. We've never had to utilize oxygen again. So I am incredibly grateful for that because Beckham could have been on oxygen for like his entire life. He also could have had just like other severe side effects from that. So we are incredibly grateful that that definitely turned out to be best case scenario. Every time I edit footage with like a little bit of craziness in the background, it's not crazy, but like since you can see like my stairs and then like part of my kitchen, sometimes I go out of focus, and if I'm not looking at the viewfinder, which I try not to do, I try to look directly at you guys, I never notice until I go back and edit it and I'm like, ah, I'm out of focus. That's so annoying. So I really hope I'm not out of focus in this. And if I am, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to be more aware of it. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's vlog. I feel like the footage was so cute from yesterday. I think I'm kind of in my groove. You guys know that I try to film literally every single day. But I think what I'm gonna try to do is combine Saturday and Sunday and kind of make it like a weekend vlog every week instead of trying to film like a dedicated video on Saturday and Sunday, because that just gives me like more time with the kids, more time to be present, more time with Hunter specifically, because he's never had 2 days off in our entire marriage. Never. He has never had 2 days off during the summer. So I'm like living for this, and I feel like that's a good schedule. But I hope that you guys enjoyed all the footage that we got, and I hope it was interesting hearing a little bit more about Beckham's experience in the NICU, since I didn't film like that actual time of his life in real time. I would love to do more videos about the NICU. I'd also love to do like a little timeline from like when Beckham was born and just like compile all the videos I have. Even if they're in the wrong format, like if they're vertical versus horizontal for YouTube, I still think it would be really cute to do a video like that. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments below. But if you haven't yet, be sure to hit that red subscribe button down below. And if you liked today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really, really helps my channel, and I'm super grateful. Of course, we cannot close out today's video without reminding you to be brave like Beckham, and I will catch you in our next vlog. Bye.